Welcome to the official YouTube channel for the Colin Cowherd Podcast. Go on, hit the subscribe button. There you go, right down there. If you want to be among the first to hear my weekly takes, NFL, college football, more, right there. I think when celebrities, Billy Joel lost 90 million, Robert De Niro 88, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Tim Duncan, John Elway, smart people, great degrees, great schools, have lost hundreds of millions of dollars. There is more now than ever. It's an industry to target rich young celebrities who are clueless about business. So I look at Ohtani and I think, yeah, I'm not shocked his interpreter with nothing but downtime and money use an illegal bookmaker in Southern California. But I also think it's possible that Ohtani is not looking at his bank account. Billy Joel wasn't. De Niro, banks, Colin, charities, schools get duped. Yeah.
So I talked about this because I am mathy and lawyerly. I'm not good organizationally.
Yeah.
And I have weird like anxiety triggers. I have right now, if I looked at my phone, and I'll tell you the exact number. I have 254 unopened text messages. So that's not unresponded to. That is, I haven't even opened them and read them. And it's not because I'm in group chats. So I say that because, I have weird things about even if I know I have money, yeah. I struggle opening the bank app. I don't like to look at it. I don't know. Weird thing in my brain. Okay. Say that. If someone was stealing from me, I could go months and not know it.
Yeah.
There's three people who basically have access. You know what I mean? And there are people I trust. There are people that I, either handle my investments, my taxes, or make sure my agent's paid, all of that. Those three people, and by the way, even when I do check, what do? They send me a bank statement. Those are easily forged. If I did people do not every month do a real self-audit if they are paying people to handle their money. Having money stolen from you is just truly, in my opinion, mostly bad luck. It means the person you trusted was dishonest or had a problem, whatever it is. And I'll take it a step further. This is what I discussed. So who would be the single easiest person in the world for me to steal from? The answer is my son, because he trusts me implicitly. He relies on me for things that he doesn't know about, like, hey, how do I file my taxes? What do I do? I have all of his information, and he would never, ever think that I would be taking advantage of, because I have always worked for him, helping him out, all of it. Well, who in the world do you trust more than the person who speaks for you and translates for you in a foreign country? You come to America, don't even speak the language, right? Every interaction you have, this guy is attached to. Of course, you have to trust him implicitly with everything. So if he's going to steal from you, you're not going to see it coming. Because then all of it, if you have to worry, would this guy steal from me? Then you also have to worry, is he lying to my employer? Is he lying to my agent? Every single interaction you have that he's involved in. So I think it is totally plausible that Ohtani could have a few million missing and not know it. I think it's totally plausible that this guy would have full access to it. The part of the Ohtani story that I want more investigation on is multi-layered. One is this bookie that gave a guy a multi-million-dollar credit limit. I want to know more about that, because I've gambled and I know how credit works. And I don't have Ohtani money, but I do have Ohtani's translator money.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it's hard to get a credit. It's hard to get a credit line with any bookie in America higher than $50,000. We're talking about $1 million plus. So I'm interested in that. Was that guy trading? Did the bookie think Ohtani was making the bets even if he wasn't? The other thing that I want to know about is this. Because the part of the story that I don't understand is there seems to be a 36-hour period between when the Angels and authorities believed, oh, the interpreter has been doing something wrong. And when from that, there was a 36-hour period where from that moment, nobody was like, hey, we need someone else that speaks Japanese to update Ohtani. Right. There seems to be a day and a half where they were like, interpreter, you're in trouble. Now go tell Ohtani you're in trouble. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That doesn't, to me, does that mean baseball or the Angels or somebody was like just hoping, please let this go away. Please, I don't know. So there are part of the story that doesn't, I'm like, I need more information there. But I don't think it is. I think it is more likely than not that Ohtani didn't do anything here.
Right.
That he was a victim. I think the most likely outcome is that Ohtani had money stolen from him by someone he trusts.
Yeah.
Or go ahead, sorry.
And I do think the Dodgers in Major League Baseball are praying he didn't know anything. And if it comes in gray, that will be he didn't know anything.
And by the way, I don't know if this would be against baseball's rules or not, but if the answer is that Ohtani knew his best friend was gambling and he covered it for him because the money is all fake to him anyway, I wouldn't judge him for that at all. Maybe that's against the rules.
Right,
now I would judge him if it's like, but now I'm going to tell everyone you stole from me and you got to go to prison. Then I'd be like, okay, that's a problem. But so we'll see what it comes out. I don't think, but my gut reaction is not Ohtani was betting. It just wasn't. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't logically. I don't think that's how that works. And here's the other thing. If he was betting, he's not wiring the money from his account.
Right.
Like he would have been more subtle about it if he were betting.
Yeah. And I think, like whenever I hear kind of the do-gooders in the media lament gambling, I'm always like, I said this to John Middlecoff, if you want to be a journalist, then be a journalist, and journalists have to report both sides. The average bet by DraftKings and FanDuel is $4. Hard to break your family on that. And the distortion rate is 1%, meaning 1% of gamblers get in trouble. I have to read a 1-800 number after every spot. The disturbance rate with alcohol is 6%. And they tell you know when to say when. So are we closing all the bars? Stadiums ply you with alcohol. It hurts your brain, your liver, your family, your bank account. So I think a lot of people are using this Ohtani moment to wave caution flags of this gambling thing is terrible. No, like anything else, anything that is fun, it can be abused, used, and I think we are going through a period in sports. Rick Neuheisel got in trouble years ago at the University of Washington for betting a March Madness pool. It got him fired. Gambling has always been something that is mistakes are made. There's a lot of money. It's fun. It's young people. They have cash. I don't think Ohtani is a signal that gambling is, I never thought it was a virtue, but it is this problem in America. We've been doing it forever.